Now, my I was not a troubled child. I was always in my head. I I guess I didn't really trust the world, and that's based on some most issues that people have are brought about from their childhood. It's unfortunate, but oftentimes it's the truth, and they spend the rest of their lives trying to maintain the craziness or trying to find a way to correct it so that they can be released from the craziness. And my goal has been to be released from the craziness. So I was a smart kid, but I didn't do a lot of interacting. I'm still antisocial. A lot of people don't believe it, because once I decided I didn't want to be that anymore, I used to be painfully shy. And when I decided I didn't want to be that anymore, I would I forced myself into positions that made me have to grow. It would make me challenge all my fears. If I was at a party, oh, I'm sure there are some people in Chicago, because I didn't go to a lot of parties. I just would go to enough to help me to figure out what I needed to change and how I was going to change it. And because I'd be the one in the party on the couch while everybody else is mingling and having fun, I would be reading a magazine, convincing myself that I didn't look crazy. I looked normal reading this magazine, which always made the party thrower come over and ask me if I was okay, because I'm sure I looked crazy. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm fine, yeah. And they would talk too much, and I'd wind up finding a way to get it away from them. And oftentimes I wound up almost facing the corner of a room, trying to remember how to breathe until I couldn't take it anymore, and then I would just leave. But when I got older, I found who is like I have lots of people that are close to me outside of blood. Chosen. I have some chosen sisters. And the longest one that's been the closest is my best friend Marie. Oh my God, I lucked out when I found her. She listens to me. She cares about me. Whenever she's around me, I feel totally comfortable. So comfortable. And that is like been something that helped me to even, learn how to love my blood family even more. Adore my sisters. Kimberly, my oldest one, who would wake me up and sit me out in the front so we could look at cartoons. I remember one day, it's amazing how when you decide you trust somebody, you can move mountains just on their word. I remember how did I become a crossing guard? But I was a crossing guard. And I was kind of proud of myself because, you get that orange buckle belt thing that you can help to, stop the cars and let the kids go by, or stop the kids and let the cars go by. And I was super shy in school. Didn't have I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a few, and they were girls too. Julie Williams, hey, what's up? Julie Key, I'm sorry. I remember one day I was on the corner helping, doing my crossing guard craziness, and was real proud of myself. And these two guys came by. One was, I believe he was biracial. He was like really light, high yellow with sandy, curly hair and bluish eyes. And I knew his face, but I didn't know him. I didn't know anybody because I was shy. I didn't talk to anybody. And he and a buddy of his, and he was short too. Oh, bastard. He was short. He came up to my corner, and I'm going to, either stop the cars to let him and his friend go by, or I had to stop them. And he was like, you don't tell me what to do. And I think he pushed me, or he may have even punched me in my shoulder or something. I was mortified. Lots of kids saw it. I didn't really know what to do because I don't like to fight. I will fight you and I will try to kill you, but I don't like to fight. And this little son of a gun, he did this. And then he just walked on laughing at me. He and his friend were laughing at me. And somebody saw it that went to school with me and knew my sister. And they saw her. They ran into her like maybe a half a block away, told her what happened. I am just standing there dejected and embarrassed and everything. And she walks up to me and she's like, "Are you okay?" She's very calm. And I was like, he hit me, he punched me, whatever he did. He touched me some kind of way. And he put his hands on me, I should say. And she was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" Now, my sister, Kim, is nobody's fighter. That would be Janet. Janet would beat a brick up back in the day. But Kim was not a fighter, probably, and is not a fighter. She got a lot of mouth, not a fighter. And so she's like, "Are you okay?" And I mumbled, whatever, probably. And I'm not a crier, but she saw I was mad and face was all red. And she's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And it was like, "I want to hit him back." And she's like, "Then go hit him back." And it was like God spoke to me and gave me some wings. He was like a block away. I flew down to where he was. She wasn't following me because she wasn't going to fight. But it didn't matter because I believed she had my back. And I ran up to him and he turned around. He was ready. He's like, "What are you running up? What are you going to do?" I reached back to wherever my sister was with this hand here. And bow! I hit that boy so hard. He might have had a little whiplash, but he was so light that I left my whole entire handprint on his face. He didn't know what to do. He burst out crying, actually. So, and me just seeing him cry, he could have killed me, him and his friend. But I think hitting him that hard absolutely shocked him. I think it scared his friend. And I just turned around and walked away because I did what I needed to do. That was what I wanted to do because my sister told me it was okay. Wow. The stories. Wow. But back to Marie. I can tell her anything. Marie is the brain part of my friend. And it's weird when I think about it. Probably what I was instantly comfortable. One of my immediate comfort levels regarding her, and I didn't know it at the time, was that she was a Virgo. Now, you're black girl, you pretty much get in. You're a black girl who's a Virgo, you're pretty much the queen. My aunt Annette was the first Virgo. She was amazing. She just passed away recently as well. Julie Williams, Virgo. Julie Key, I keep saying that, but I know her. I remember her as Julie Williams. Virgo. Marie. Cynthia. There's so many. Betty. My heart. Betty. My cousin. I think I collect them. They are, Marie is, well, all of them, but I'm on Marie right now. Just brilliant, even if she doesn't remember how brilliant she is some of the time. And yes, that was an eye roll for her. She knows what we're talking about. I can tell her anything and she gives me sage advice. It's like so well thought out, so well put together, crafted just for me and my Sheldon Cooper-like craziness that I could not have grown into who I am from like maybe, when did I meet you, Marie? Probably my late 20s. From my late 20s until today, I could not be who I am if I didn't have her to help me navigate life. Ah, bless you. Then my other best friend is Judy. Everybody needs a Judy. Judy is my emotion. She probably has the biggest heart on the planet. Even if a lot of that heart is given to cats, but she loves them. And anybody she loves is well taken care of. My sister Janet actually cracks me up because I talk about Judy or Marie. And just recently, And they've known Judy for a bajillion years. But in the last year or so, she's like, Judy really has your back, doesn't she? And I'm like, hell yeah. Judy is the ride or die. Judy will fight you, even though Judy can't fight. I love you, Judy. And when I told her I told her that recently, and she was looking at me like, how could you say something like that? But she would go down. I mean, if she goes down, she would go down fighting. She's an amazing woman, Judy Drake. Marie Nady, two corners of my heart.